Hello, I am Yogini Sunita, and this is Meditation, Yoga, and Stuff podcast. I believe my dharma or my life's purpose is to share my understanding of meditation, yoga, and Ayurveda, holistic healing science of India. I make these amazing wisdoms accessible and adaptable for present times. So let's start.
Hello and welcome to the podcast. Today we are going to discuss about how understanding Ayurvedic constitution or Ayurvedic dosha, we can really enhance our true nature and we can overcome our limited beliefs and also move towards our highest potential. So how does this work and what is Ayurveda? So Ayurveda is a healing science of India, which is absolutely beautiful science, which is really a medical science, but it is completely based into holistic understanding. So this science is, even though Ayurveda is basically how to live your life. So this science is basically talking about how we can understand our Ayurvedic constitution, but instead of feeling that there is a box around us, you can actually feel liberated. Because from here you can take your strengths, and when you understand your weaknesses, you can work with it. We can move forward with this understanding. So let's see what are the Ayurvedic constitutions and what I'm talking about. So Ayurvedic constitution is Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Unfortunately, there is no translation to these words, but I'll explain. So Ayurveda is based into 5 elements, and these 5 elements are everywhere, into everything, and these 5 elements are space, air, fire, water and earth. And so let's see, according to Ayurveda, some people have some elements more in their system. So we need to understand we all have 5 elements. Some people have more of some elements. And so that's why we can determine the dosha. And there is a way to find out what the dosha is by understanding the person's physical form, the mindset and all that. So I'm actually offering Ayurveda online, Ayurveda Lifestyle Certification course, and I teach all this, how to identify dosha. When we understand our client's dosha, we can actually help them a lot. When we understand our dosha in our relationship of our partner or our family members or even our friends, we understand them better. So it's really important to understand that understanding dosha or Ayurvedic constitution is absolutely beautiful, and we can help others also. It helps us understand what's happening in their mind, their body, and we can actually adapt our teaching according to that client's needs. We can meet our client where they are at, and we can understand our client better. So let's come back to the how many doshas. So there are 3 doshas and then permutation, combination. So the first dosha, as I explained, was Vata dosha. Vata is a combination of space and air element. Then comes the Pitta dosha. Pitta dosha is combination of fire and water. And then Kapha dosha, which is combination of water and earth. So in the nature, when we see that the space element, what will be the client's thought process and how they will react. So the client's thought process with space and air element in Vata dosha, the mind is racing. The mind is constantly moving really fast. The mind is fearful sometimes, And the limiting belief for this client will be that I'm not good enough. Usually you'll find that they want to try a Vata dosha, a person will try to make everyone around them happy, and also in their mind there is also this thing that I'm not good enough. The nature is fearful nature. Then comes the Pitta dosha. Pitta dosha is the fire and water element together. So it's a very fiery personality. These are natural leaders, but also they're perfectionists. That's their, we can call, demon. And because of their perfectionist nature, their fear is fear of failure, because they want everything perfect. And to be very frank, it is sometimes impossible to have everything perfect happening, because some things are not in our hands. So here they start feeling that, I'm a failure because everything is not perfect according to their idea of perfection. So you will see clients like this. There's definitely then Pitta dosha, a fiery dosha. Kapha dosha is water and earth together. And if you notice water and earth together, in nature, it's a slow moving dosha. It's water and earth together becomes mud. So it's like a slow moving dosha. You'll find that these are people, they take some time to grasp. And these people, their demon is, I'm not worthy, I need to do more, So that's what their thing is, that they are not worthy. That's their demon. And these are the boxes, we kind of like the basic boxes you will find. And then on top of that, the limiting beliefs will come from the families, ideas, the way family works, the way they are grown up, the way the society they lived in. So that will also create this box around it, that they have these concepts in their head that will amplify that, for example, maybe they start thinking that I'm not good at drawing. Maybe they even tried as a child and someone told that you're not good enough. And then that has stuck with them, instead of thinking of their limitless and they can do better. Not necessarily just the drawing, but it could be anything. When child tries and what is the reaction from adults can create this belief that they're either good or bad in that. So all these things, this kind of like things we carry in our mind. And according to our dosha, certain information will hold on to. And this is how the reaction also of this limited belief will be. The reaction will be that, the Pitta person will think that I'm not perfect enough. I need to be perfect, and then they will push themselves to do it. Pitta is the fiery dosha. The Vata person will get more and more fearful, and they will not have confidence of doing anything. And they will feel that, oh my God, I'm not good enough. I need to do more. I'm making everyone unhappy around me. Things like that. And then Kapha person will maybe even shut down or will not speak out, and they will just keep holding on to this thing that I'm not worthy, and they go into sadness more. So this is how different dosha will react to the concept of, the limiting beliefs. So limiting beliefs can be very hindering in our life. So when we understand Ayurveda, when we understand the constitution in Ayurveda, we can actually work with our strengths, and we can also, when we understand our weaknesses, we can work with that as well. So for example, let me give example. If a person has Vata and Pitta dosha in them, so Vata person can be highly creative, but they do not have strength to complete that project. But Pitta person have ability to complete the project. So if person is a combination of Vata Pitta, that means they can take the ideas from their mind, which is constantly spinning the idea, but with the strength of Pitta in their system, they can take one idea and make it happen. So this way they can really be very strong in themselves, that they can make these things happen. Now, if the person is just Vata, so that means they have lots of ideas, creative ideas. All creativity comes from Vata dosha, air and space combination. And these people have very beautiful imagination. So what they can do is they can actually write down their imagination and share with a person who is maybe Pitta personality, the fiery personality, who is a natural born leader. And that Pitta personality will help the Vata person to move forward to complete that project. So do you understand what's happening? So what is the quality of Kapha? The Kapha is, once the project has happened, to keep that project going is Kapha's responsibility, can be Kapha's responsibility, because Kapha people, they're slow learner, but once they understand it, they have capacity to go on and on and on. So they can keep that project floating. So admin work, meticulously following rules, that's all Kapha. So every dosha has their own strength. So when we understand that, and based on that, when we bring that understanding into our life, we can actually really strengthen the abilities we are born with, natural abilities, which we think that, it's just, it's natural. But if you ask others, they will say, oh my God, I don't know how you do it. So for example, an artist drawing a beautiful art, and for the artist, it's natural, but imagine person standing next to the artist who is not artist, looking at that art, think that, wow, how is he or she is doing it? But the beauty is, for artists, it's very natural. It's something they do. But having said that, taking this project and trying to sell it, that's not their strength. So what will be the best thing to do is find a Pitta person to sell their art. So this is how we can work on our strengths. We can work on our strength when we understand our limitations, in a sense, or what is kind of like little bit weakness in us. When we understand that, we understand ourselves better, and we know what can we thrive to do. So thriving on your abilities, which are natural to you, and make this world a better place by delegating what is difficult for you to do, but maybe really easy for other dosha. So this is how, when we start understanding Ayurveda as maybe life coach or wellness coach or yoga coach or yoga therapist, when we understand Ayurveda, we can actually help our client a lot. Even yoga teacher, if you want to do one-to-one yoga sessions with your client, when you understand Ayurveda, you can actually transform your client's life. And say, for example, you are not all of the above, even then you want to learn Ayurveda, it is really beautiful way to weave into our life. For a parent to understand Ayurveda, you can actually help the family members to move really deeper into their strengths and help them to drop those limited beliefs and move towards their optimal self. Then this is also beautiful in relationship. If you are in any relationship, we have to understand other human being in front of us. This understanding of dosha can be life transforming. We can actually communicate better. We can actually meet our person in front of us at their level. It has been really helpful for me to understand people at really, really deeper level. And this way, when I do the mentoring sessions, I already understood that what is the dosha, what could be the mindset. And then this understanding, look, but this we need to understand that it is also not set in concrete. So then you can ask right questions to your client and you gain more information. And once you get that information in your head, you are ticking boxes. Okay, this person is either maybe kapha or vata or pitta, depending on, or combinations of either of that is highly possible. So this helps us to then give practices for our clients' needs. For example, if person come to me to get more help in their yoga practice, in relation to yoga, then I will work with them. So kapha person, I'll give them stronger practices because they need to move. A vata person, I will give them more grounding practices, more restorative practices, calming practices, and I will help them to slow down. And Pitta person, same thing, more cooling, calming, relaxing practices, because Pitta has heated body. So when we understand Ayurvedic dosha, this is really very helpful for client. If client do not have yoga in their mind, how can we still help? We still can help our client, because when we understand their dosha, we can give them practices or solutions which are in relation to that dosha. For example, if we bombard our vata person with a lot of facts and figures, they will get overwhelmed and they will already space out. Like they will tell you that, oh my God, it will be too much for them to handle, and they go into their fearful nature. So what if we give them analogy? They will understand that more than the facts and figures. But Pitta person will latch on to these facts and figures. They will want to know more about, facts and figures of anything, any practices you're giving. Then Kapha person, again, if you give them too much of facts and figures, they will get overwhelmed with it. They will tell you that no more, and they will shut down. They will mentally shut down. So that's what happens for Kapha person. So Kapha person, you give information slowly, teaspoon of information at a time, slowly and steadily give them information with each session, and they will be able to digest it. So this is how you can actually help your client with Ayurveda's wisdom. And I'm offering this course with this intention of, help people to take this wisdom of Ayurveda and really practically help the clients to bring it into day-to-day life. You can adapt this wisdom into your practices, life coach, your wellness coach, or well-being coach, or yoga teacher, or you can stand alone, use this wisdom and practice it as well. So that will also work. So this course I'm offering, it's in July, but it will be online. So you can book now and you have $500 of early bird price discount. And on top of that, nearly $300 of free gifts I'm offering to enhance your understanding of Ayurveda. And also this course is 23rd of July and 4 weekends starting on 23rd of July 2022. But those who are participating will get the recording of the course, and you will have access for this recording for 6 months. So this way you can do it at your pace. Even though there are dates announced, you can still do this course at your own pace. And once your assignment is completed, a certificate will be issued to you. So please try and understand that I have done this because I understand there are different ways we learn. So you may be comfortable coming to the all weekends, or you may want to do the weekend as well as recording. That's fine too. Or you want to do the recording in your own time, and that's all right too. So do you understand which dosha will choose what? Just think about it. And so I'm trying to cater to all doshas, and that's why I have created this course. Believe me, this course will also help you to understand yourself a lot. The way I teach is very practical. My intention is to bring Ayurveda into this time in our life. And so the practices I will teach is true to this time, in this now. So you can take this wisdom and you can actually build upon it according to your understanding your dosha. So I hope that you will join me, take advantage of the early bird prices, and send me email through my website, sunitayoga.com. Thank you for joining me today. Bye for now.
Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that you're taking this time out of your day. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye for now.